Mary Helene, Chapter 2. One man clapping in the desert does not exist. Jesus was back for the Passover feast and was so charged that the year without him seemed like a preparation for me to see him again for the first time again, and still not question love. His eyes told me. I smiled and waited for his explanation. He can write in the sand, "I am here," and for a short while it will hold true. And for him it will remain the truth until the vultures eat out his eyes, tramp on his words, and devour his flesh. Jesus! He only really exists when there are others to witness and tell the story of the man clapping in the desert. Yes, Helene, but think of this. The universe doesn't really exist until something observes it and says that it is. I like that thought. It makes my being here with you quite exciting. What, pray tell, is a universe? Jesus laughed. Jesus, you look so very alive. We are very alive, Helene. I have read books that are older than the Torah, books that don't know of Moses. The world is very big, and some say very old, and yet always young. It's the magic of life. Make babies so they can be younger than us. Yes, so we don't forget growing and learning. Jesus had taken an interest in learning something from everything written, to train his mind how to think so that he could work on freeing himself from conviction and step into every bit of his being. He was very convincing. Eventually I reached out to touch him and dance with him in heaven. When we were together, the universe seemed to smile at us and hold our devils at a great distance. And it was something bigger than the two of us. It was all of us communing through creatures of skin. Jesus, you aren't normal. I could be. I hope you never are. Normal is blindness. Yes, and soon I will be normal. You will be normal. It will be normal that we hear one another and understand. We will all see and understand. I'd like to see it. You are it. I mean, the time will come. They can build temples and synagogues to seal a lie. They can kill those who want heaven when they can be in it. You make the believers seem so mean. They are. They believe heaven is somewhere when you die, when God comes for you. God has already come for us. This tree is part of God. We are two more parts of God. God is young, very young, a child, with so much experience, so many lives coming and going, and Jesus lay his head on my lap and watched the birds eating olives. And he was silent, saying nothing and everything at the same time. I watched his belly rise and fall with his breathing. I've got a fairly good chance at getting into the University of Istanbul next year. I want to come with you. Jesus smiled and looked off into the sky. I held my hand over his heart. I can likely earn some from teaching. You would be a good teacher. I hadn't told anyone but Liz that I wanted to study theater and performance. My parents were talking about who I should marry. That's what small-town Jewish people believed. I did tell my parents, told them I loved Jesus and would move to Istanbul. They flipped. They said things they shouldn't have, including forbidding me to see Jesus again. But I knew they were stubborn, thick-skulled children of Israel, still hoping for a king to rise up and put Israel back on the map, because, as Jesus said, it had been written.